The first task today was to wire up accessory equipment for vehicles and heavy vehicles and plant equipment. We have a set of driving lights here, which you've probably seen on four-wheel drives and other cars and other vehicles like that. And first task was to wire up one of these, followed by a safety beacon, flashing beacon, which is right here, which is used heavily in earth moving and heavy vehicles. The third task was to wire up a set of reverse lights, accompanied with a reverse beeper, which many of you might hear when a vehicle's reversing up. They call it a backup alarm. And there's a whole heap of fuses and switches.
As far as difficulty goes, was this pretty difficult, or how would you rate it?
It wasn't difficult, you just had to plan out how you went about the task and using the correct gauges of wire, correct fuses for the different current ratings around the board. I'm in my fourth year at the moment, working for WestTrack, and I've picked up a lot of skills there, as well as at TAFE College, and also outside, helping out different mates and helping out my old man do things at home.
What got you interested in doing heavy vehicle to begin with?
Probably working beside my old man since I was about this big. Yeah, out here on the farm and that, helping him, you know, driving tractors and fixing trucks and equipment, plant equipment, and just the nature's taught me a lot of skills which I've developed and developed further through my trade. But he gave me the basic principles. I finished year 12, did my HSC in New South Wales, or HSC, and then started my apprenticeship with WestTrack. I did look at going to uni, but plant equipment's my passion and it's what I enjoy working on. I'm interested and I love my job.
So you like working with your hands rather than sitting down indoors or something?
Yeah, that too, and it's just what I'm interested in, and it's the path I wanted to take in life.
Is this sort of typical of the sort of thing you'd work on out when you're out at WestTrack?
Not quite. I'm actually from the plant side. I'm a plant mechanic. I'm doing my plant apprenticeship, and we focus more on earth movement equipment and mining equipment, from anything from the little skid steer we got around the corner over here. You could be working in the back, there's an engine, or under the cab here, you pop the cab up and you've got hydraulic pumps, hydraulic motors, hydraulic control valves. Because I have a passion for these vehicles, I enjoy being around them. I love diagnosing new problems and tricky, complicated problems. I love a challenge. I've had probably had a 3412, which is a V12 27 litre engine, so it's a big industrial engine, and it had a few faults in it, and I was out there by myself on site, and I managed to work out the problems, diagnose and repair the engine for the customer. And at the end of the day, he was very satisfied, and it was a good feeling. We get out to construction sites in Sydney, mine sites out in the Hunter Valley and out in West New South Wales. But yeah, mostly around Sydney. We do work at waste facilities, building sites, construction sites, material handling sites like scrap metal yards. Just wherever they got Caterpillar equipment. We do a lot of work on the roadworks, like with road profilers and all the rollers and associated equipment. It's just a vast variety of machines. I could be working on something like we have here, or I could be working on big dump trucks where my height is only half as tall as the tyre. The tyre's twice the size of me. The more advanced and complicated tasks and the bigger the job, there might be 2 or 3, a crew of us on there. But for simple work, there might just be one person. It just depends on what the job requires. Later on during this competition, I'll be removing the rear axles and the rear wheel assembly off the truck to gain access to the brakes. And I'll be removing a set of brake shoes and measuring the brake drum for wear and then reinstalling them. You need to have an understanding of how things work and have a good eye for detail. Because when you're pulling something apart and looking for a fault, you need to be able to diagnose and say, hey, that doesn't look quite right there. I'll go have a look further into that and measure it up or test or look for vital signs that the machine might be giving you as to why it's playing up. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you've got your service manuals and your parts books and that. It's how you come about and interpret that, and what you're working on is to fix the problem. The whole thing about WorldSkills is it's the skills you have, and you should be able to work on anything using the skills you have, and you've got the resources there to be able to fix any problem. If they're mechanically minded and willing to give it a go, and are open-minded to learn and listen, then yeah, for sure, give it a go.